Hello and welcome back. Today we're working on a MacBook Air A1932. This is one of the late 2018, 2019 MacBooks. And this is, I think it's the last of the Intel series before they switched to the Apple SoC. And what this does is, if you connect the power supply, it does chime eventually, as you will see. Or maybe now that it has rebooted, oh no, it does chime. There you go. And as you can see, I don't know if it's visible, there's an Apple logo somewhere behind there. And no backlight whatsoever. What I did was, after, of course, disconnecting the battery, I removed the LCD flex cable to check for any sign of liquid damage or some sort of corrosion or anything of that sort. Let me show you what that looks like under the microscope. So LCD flex cable is here. It's clean, squeaky clean. So is the connector on the T-con of the screen. I also removed the backlight flex cable, which is also clean, nothing out of the ordinary. And the same goes for the connector on the screen. So now what is left is to remove the logic port and check the backlight circuit for any sort of discontinuity or any short, so that we can hopefully fix this logic port and return it to their owner so that they can do their work. So with everything disconnected, let's take this out of the way. And now we can start checking for things on the logic board. First things that we should check is the backlight fuse, which of course is right here. It's this little fuse here. Let me show you under the microscope. It's this little thing here with the P on top. You see that? This little guy here. And if this beeps, it means that the fuse is working, which it is. And since there's no liquid damage, there's some scraping on this cap here. I don't know what that is. And since there's no liquid damage on that guy, we should check the LED drive here for any sign of corrosion or things that look out of the ordinary. And if that also fails, you can always measure the big caps for any signs of beeping, which indicates that there is a short on these caps. And I think you can actually see by now what the problem is. If you put your multimeter in resistance mode, you can see that there is like 37 ohms. Can you see that on this cap here? 32. So if we actually do the trick that we always do, which is taking the canned air spray, putting our black probe to ground here, and injecting some voltage, after of course reading the logic board, you will see that one of those caps, I want to show you under the microscope because it's kind of cool. Can you see those caps? Yes, you can see them. Now let's freeze them a little bit better, so that when I touch here, oh, did you see it? You can actually see that cap where it is broken. Let me zoom in a little bit. Now that it's frozen, inject voltage, and voila. Can you see the break now? I think it's pretty obvious. So what we should do is get a donor board, as we always do. We don't need to find the specific logic board, but we have one, so it works for us. And turn on our hot air station, set the temperature to 400 degrees Celsius and the airflow to 120. That is if you have a quick station like I do. And come here to this lovely little cap. You can apply some flux if you want to make your life easier, like so. And if you see me going in circles before actually removing anything, is that so that I can preheat the area in order for the thing that I want to remove to make my life a little bit easier, because if I just keep it here, it's going to take longer. But if I do this and then I focus here, the area will be preheated and this will be easier to remove, like this. Right? Straightforward enough, isn't it? And now we go on the donor board and we measure that cap, of course, to see if it's shorted. Let's put it on continuity mode. And this cap does not beep, which means there is no short there. So again, same thing, a little bit of flux, preheat the area. And as soon as that is done, you can just zoom in, keep your hand steady. And before you know it, your cap or whatever it is you're desoldering should come right out. And after you're done with that, replace it. This is already hot, so it should not take that long to sit there. There we go. Give it a nudge so that it goes where it belongs. Good. Let's put a little bit of flux here because I don't like this, the way that this sat. And flux always helps us with those issues. Good, much better. Much, much better. Okay. Here's the cap. Let's get a flux remover and a trusted little toothbrush. Okay. Like this. Put the donor board back in its place. Bring this back here. And let's see if we put it in the chassis. And if we connect everything. Did we measure this now? Is there a short here? What am I measuring wrong? What am I measuring wrong? So here, nope, no short, no short, and no short. Okay. So let's start reconnecting things. First, we reconnect the I/O flex cable here. Then the CPU fan. The Wi-Fi antenna cables, although they're not needed for this specific testing. Okay. Good. The LCD cable. The backlight flex cable there. Come on. Trackpad. Speaker. Type-C board here. And I think this is the microphone. Let's reconnect the battery as well after we have pulled that tape on the side. Good. Let's bring our power supply in. 5 volts. Switches to 20. Starts drawing booting current. Waiting it to chime, because it does chime. You've heard it before. And there you go. There you have it. We had no backlight, and due to this little fella here, we were able to enlighten our laptop once again. I hope you learned something, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.